everyone,
Hey.
Elise and Dan here, and today's Deep Life episode is investing in yourself. We want to just talk a little bit about, at some point, your health is going to be your number one priority, and you want to make that happen sooner than later.
Yeah, get out ahead of it, take control, because the last thing that you want is to be kind of old and diseased and decrepit, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Or you have something happen. I mean, we have so many people coming to us that they've been diagnosed with something, I don't know, immune disease, some rare something, some diagnosis, and they're coming to us almost in a panic. Like, how can I reverse this? So, of course that happens, and we're going to help you, but we also want to prevent that. We want to do everything we can to make sure that that doesn't happen as well.
Yeah, so like that stuff is, most things are going to be reversible. You can recover, but that's so much work, and it's probably going to be so much more expensive for you, whether we're talking about time or money.
Yeah.
Where if you can just take a little bit now, a little bit of time every day to invest in yourself, whether that's getting in the gym, maybe a little like mindful meditation practice, hiring a coach. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to train, stop, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Hire a professional who knows what they're doing.
Because you're going to hurt yourself if you do not know how to move properly.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan's initial assessment, I'll watch people barely know how to squat properly. I mean, really, you can't just put on YouTube or Pinterest or something and go through those movements without proper instruction. You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, don't assume just because you have a body that you know how to use it or how to optimize it. In the same way, if your car breaks down, you're going to go to a mechanic. If your toilet's not working, you're going to hire a plumber. You don't just grab a wrench and start messing around with stuff. Take your body seriously in that same aspect. So, invest in food.
Yeah, pay a little bit more attention to higher quality foods. Yes, it's going to be expensive, but again, remember, you're not going to be buying the other foods that you had bought before. So you're just replacing them, and you're going to need so much less food when you're buying whole, real foods as opposed to those foods that are empty calories. People don't realize that you need so much less food when you're eating quality.
Right, but it's so much better for you to make the investment now, optimize where you're at and where you're going, so that you're not stuck being forced to pay doctor's bills or buy a wheelchair or something, medications, braces, all these pills, crazy things. So you can set yourself up for success. You can also set yourself up for longevity. Obviously, we don't know how long, you can't make any promises, but you're the number one marker for length of life and all-cause mortality is leg strength. Having muscle mass and having strength. Like, why do most old people end up in nursing homes? Yeah,
it's
because they fell.
Bedridden. Break their hips.
The worst thing that happens is you fall and can't get up. You break something, and then that's the old saying. It's like you fall, break your hip, and die of pneumonia. It's because if you're not able to get up and off the ground, you're going to end up in a hospital. Hospitals aren't healthy places. People die in hospitals for a reason. Not just because sick people go there, but because people go there and get sick. So it's getting out ahead of that, setting yourself up so that you can be 75 and vital. So that you can be moving, so you're not that guy who's got the walker and he's hunched over and he can't move and it takes all day to do something. Like, talk about opportunity cost. You're better off spending 1 hour every day exercising than being 75 and it takes you an hour to go check the mail because you can't move and your feet hurt when you step.
Yeah, invest in yourself now. We come across this roadblock a lot when we try to, get clients and customers, oh, you're too expensive, I can't afford you, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Well, we understand, obviously, it is an investment, but it's something that you want to pay attention to. And again, when we take on clients and we teach people, we don't want you as a client for life. We're teaching you the aspects that are going to be so beneficial for you to become the healthiest version of yourself. There's gonna be a point where you don't need us anymore.
That
and
means
it's like
we
the
did our
best
job.
day.
We get excited about that.
Really, and everybody's different. Some people need, much more training than others, but it depends. Again, we don't want everybody for the rest of their lives. It's really how can we impart our wisdom, our knowledge, our coaching onto you, and utilize that personally to your benefit and to make you vital and fresh, and then live until you're 150 years old. Who knows? I mean, I hope so.
Yeah. So if we can impart one bit of wisdom on you now, it's make that small investment in yourself while you can get out ahead of it, whether that's time, effort, money. It's going to be so much more beneficial in the long run and cheaper than if you try to catch up 20, 30 years from now when you're already diseased, already sick.
And it's kind of like the law of attraction, you know what I mean? Like, give out your money for something that's going to be really beneficial for yourself or someone else, and that money is going to come back tenfold. You're going to have energy to do other things, and
quality of life.
Yes, it's just it's so worth it. It's so beneficial in all different aspects of your life. So the expense is there, but it's going to pay off in the long run. We promise you.
Invest in yourself.